All right, I'm here with Colby, an executive vice president here at Home Run Dugout in Katy, Texas, and we just got here. This place looks insane. I've heard it's been referred to as the Top Golf of baseball.
It has.
A few times.
Yep.
What is Home Run Dugout?
Yeah, Home Run Dugout, really, I start with our mission, which was to socialize the sport of baseball and softball. So you mentioned Top Golf. Going back to before Home Run Dugout existed, our founders were looking for a way to socialize baseball, make it more approachable for people who love to play baseball, but also for people who maybe have never picked up a bat in their life. So speaking of Top Golf, they did a great job of doing that. So you go into a Top Golf, you see people there who are avid golfers, but you also see people who are just swinging and missing and having fun and laughing and having food and drinks. And golf, like tennis, is a sport that you can play your whole life. And there's a lot of outlets to do that.
Yep.
But for baseball and softball, most people grow up with the bat in their hand, and then you finish playing in high school or whatever, and then it's easy to be a spectator, but hard to be a participant. So for us, we were saying, what exists and how can we, adapt it through technology to make it something that people can actually participate in instead of just watch. So what existed were batting cages, and batting cages are cool. Like, I'm a meathead. I played college baseball. Like, I'll go in a batting cage and rip it and have a great time. But my wife doesn't want to do that. My old dad can't do that. Like my little son can't do that, right? So it's a small segment of people who are going to go stand in front of a 70-mile-an-hour pitch and have a good time. So how do you change that? We had to get rid of the fastball.
Yep.
So I came up with a suite of patented technology, most important of which is the ground-up pitch. So now instead of a 70-mile-an-hour fastball, we throw a 7-mile-an-hour fastball, which you guys will get to see later. So it makes it really approachable for anybody to hit. And then we put it in a simulated environment, similar to a golf simulator, but bigger and obviously applied to baseball.
Yep.
So what that lets us do is stuff like grow and shrink the field, or add on a thing called boost mode. So it's almost like a big tailwind. Your ball can go further. So I'll go in there and grow the field and turn down boost mode and see if I can hit a home run. And then my wife will come up to bat and we'll shrink the field and put on boost mode. Nothing against my wife, but we need that to be on an even playing field.
Yep.
And we can do that across players of all ages and skill levels. So that's really the secret, is everyone's up there having fun, cheering each other on, competing. And whether you play it or not, there's something for everybody.
Cool. And so when you're going up to, you call them simulators, is that the term, or with the bays?
Batting bays.
Batting bays?
Yeah.
Is that a software that was developed by you guys, or what is that tapping into?
Yeah, most of our R&D thus far has been focused around the bay environment itself on the hardware side. So the only thing that comes off the shelf is our sensor, which is more of a baseball training tool that we've adapted to be a social beer drinking game, if you will. Yep. So there's a few components that right now we're using other vendors for, but outside of that, everything was built in-house. And all the adaptations to make the gameplay fun are things that we've built in-house. So it's super unique.
And how long has the company been around?
Our founders started it as a business school project about 10 years ago, I'd say. So Home Run Dugout Katy, where we are right now, was our first full-scale location. It's been open for about 2.5 years. And we're continuing to expand to new markets around the country as we speak.
Sweet. I can imagine that more people would love to play this and they just don't have anything like it, because there isn't anything like this.
Exactly.
Cool.
Yeah, the thought was, as you come in through our host stand, we wanted to open up and have a feel almost like you're at a baseball stadium. So you come in, you see all the best things that the facility has to offer. You see a couple batting bays, but you see the bar, the beer garden, the restaurant. You see here our backyard baseball field, which is where you can play wiffle ball, kickball, etc.
Yep.
So that's a ton of fun especially before and after you're in the bays.
Yeah.
It's really, really cool feature.
And I love that walking through here, you've got the actual baseball diamond dirt.
Yep.
Leading up to this. It just adds another little touch.
Exactly. Yeah. We wanted it to be semi-authentic. So there's references to baseball and shout outs to baseball throughout the facility, but didn't want to over baseballize it.
Yeah.
So
That makes sense.
So we've got the Jumbotron over here. It's the biggest screen this side of town. So great place to watch football, baseball, etc. Sports season's great for us out here. It's a lot of fun. And then here in Katy, we've got 22 batting bays now. So we initially opened with 12 batting bays back in 2023.
Okay.
But the response was incredible. And basically we were just sold out, especially every weekend. We were having to turn away a bunch of people who wanted to bat. So we ended up doing an expansion last year, added 10 more batting bays to have 22 bays. And so here you've got one of our large bay buildings. So there's 8 batting bays in this room. Okay. And as you can see, You know, in a lot of ways, it does look at first glance like a golf simulator. It's about twice as big, though.
I was gonna say it's way taller.
Yeah, it's about 15 feet high, 20 feet wide. So when you're up there batting, it really is immersive. So here you can see examples of people batting. So you compare that to a batting cage where you have a fastball coming at you.
Yep.
Again, we call ourselves the home of the 7-mile-an-hour fastball. So what that does is, for people who've never batted before, it makes it way less intimidating and more approachable. So sometimes it takes people, 4 or 5 swings to get used to it. But even if they've never batted, after about 5 swings, usually they're making good contact, and we can adjust the gameplay to where, if they hit one good, they hit a home run.
Yeah.
And, that's what we're looking for.
Yeah. And I am in that camp of someone that I did play a little bit of baseball growing up.
Sure.
I was not very good, so I mostly stopped playing.
Yeah.
And even when I was playing, if I was good, it was pitching. I could not bat for the life of me because I was frankly afraid of the ball. So this is like a good, it's more approachable because it removes that element from it for the casual audience that doesn't feel like getting beamed by a fastball.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, and most people are, and even after getting a bunch of reps, facing a 70-mile-an-hour fastball can be scary. So put yourself in the shoes of, someone who's never seen that in their entire life, and it feels like it's coming 200 miles an hour.
Oh yeah.
And this thing's coming right at me, and so we want none of that. Get rid of the fastball. What that lets you do is get rid of foul balls too. So if you get rid of foul balls, suddenly you don't have to be in a cage. You don't have to have on the sweaty batting helmet. Your friends can be right up there behind you, cheering you on, talking trash, having drinks. It all comes together really well.
And right now we're in kind of the heart of summer, but maybe closer to winter, fall, whenever temperatures dip around here, do you open these garage doors up?
We do.
Okay.
Yeah, here outside of Houston in August, it's smoking hot, which at times can help us because people are looking for fun stuff to do indoors. It's hard to find. So the batting bays are all, completely air conditioned. So, bad weather at times helps us, be a great option for people. All right, here we've got another bay building. We just opened this morning. So later today, this building will be filled up. But this is the building that we added August of last year. So it's been open for about a year. And it's been great to have the extra space. So again, on those peak times, throughout summer and on the weekends and holidays and stuff, we don't have to tell people there's no space. So.
Yeah. As far as the groups coming in, what kind of groups are you seeing? Like all age ranges?
For sure. Yeah, that's one of the most special things about this is, what sets us apart is a lot of times you'll come in here and you'll see 3 generations all playing against each other, having just as much fun. So you'll see the kid there with the parents and the grandparents. And a lot of times the kid or the grandparents maybe showed up not knowing what to expect, didn't expect to participate, but they see it and they're like, man, I can actually do this. Suddenly they're all in there. We're able to change it so that everybody in the gameplay can play on a relatively even playing field. And they're all having a blast, which is super special.
I would love to have a birthday party here or something like that.
Kids' birthday parties are big on the weekends, but during the week, corporate events, it's an awesome option for that. Again, there's not that many things that everybody can literally participate in and have fun. So it's been great for them.
And I also imagine little leagues coming through here, like team events, anything of that nature has got to be a big hit.
Yeah, we've got great partnerships with the local little leagues here in the area. A lot of travel ball tournaments happen around here, perfect game, etc. So that's probably when we're most busy is if there's a big travel ball tournament nearby. So definitely wanted to make it approachable for people who aren't playing baseball all the time, but it is incredibly fun for kids who are playing baseball, several hours a week. Still fun for them.
If I remember hearing correctly, there's a pretty fun event happening later today. Is that correct?
That's right.
Yeah. What's going on with that?
Yeah. One of the local churches here is having a big men's event, and the guest speaker is going to be Andy Pettit. I believe he's a 3-time All-Star and lives here locally and is a great part of the community. So excited to have him out. Those connections to the baseball community have been really, really special.
Yeah, that's amazing. I guess just as a whole, walk me through kind of the yard here.
Yeah.
What's going on here and what kind of games can you expect to be playing?
For sure. I mean, we just had this crazy idea, why are there no bars around a wiffle ball field?
Yeah.
We wanted to maximize all the ways people could participate in baseball and softball. And for us, it's just something we love doing. And it's, growing in popularity. And we were like, it would just be sick to have, right in the smack in the middle of your beer garden, wiffle ball field where, people can play games. And it's been super fun for wiffle ball and kickball. we do big concerts out there, which we didn't expect when we opened the facility. But we've got all this space, and we ended up building a concert stage, and we do somewhere between 10 and 20 large scale ticketed concerts for 2,000 to 3,000 people a year.
Wow.
Which is just another great way to get people in the venue and get them exposed to what we're doing here, and make the most out of the facility.
It's great. I mean, it's a great space. Might as well use it for everything you possibly can.
Yeah.
So the scoreboard is super cool, and I love that you got the chairs kind of outlined in front of that.
Yeah.
Is it possible to hit a baseball over that, or a wiffle ball? Excuse me.
Over the scoreboard?
Yeah.
It's been done. What helps is the direction of the wind.
Okay.
So I've hit a few over that, but you need a pretty healthy tailwind to get it all the way over the scoreboard.
All right. Well, I'm up for the challenge today.
Yeah.
With that being said, you said you're a former college baseball player.
Yep.
As someone who was not a former college baseball player
Sure.
and barely played at a tiny high school,
Sure.
Any tips for me in my swing?
Well, we'll have to take some swings and take a look.
All right.
Yeah, I'm sure I can.
Yeah, we got to see what my issues are first, and then we'll know how to solve them.
Yeah.
Cool.
So here we are in our batting bay. So go through the onboarding process. First, you're going to have to scan this QR code. So everybody creates a player profile. Lets you customize the experience and store your player stats, things like that.
Card style. I love the baseball card.
Yeah, different.
So that they got different. So there's dinger, dingette, swinger, female, and the dude. I think I have to go with the dude.
So now we got 3 different games. Usually people will start on batting practice, so that's the best one to get familiarized. There's no real scoring or teams or anything, so that one's super fun to start on. Then we got baseball and dinger derby. Baseball is our take on bowling, so you'll see it organized in bowling frames. Up here we've got a bunch of screens that are our scoreboards. So things like if in bowling you bowl multiple strikes in a row, you get bonus points. Here, multiple home runs will get you bonus points. So it's super fun. And then dinger derby is everyone gets 20 swings, and at the end of the 20 swings, whoever has a high score wins.
Cool.
So you'll get 5 points for a home run, 4 triple, 3 double, 2 double, 1 single. All these games you can either do individual or by teams. So team mode is something we launched recently that's really fun. So you can figure out in the first 5 minutes of batting who's going to be kind of the best and worst batters. But then you combine all these people in different arrangements to 2 teams. Then everybody's score matters to the team's overall score.
Okay.
And that's when really people get into it and are cheering on their teammates. So corporate events and stuff like that, birthday parties, it's a blast. So
cool.
We'll get in here on batting practice to start. All right, so here, like I talked about earlier, this is really what makes it social and approachable for everybody. So we've got the 7 mile an hour, but also here on the skill level, this will be your field size. So you can go little league, minor league, or major league, basically 200, 300. And then power boost is what's gonna make your ball go further. So if you keep that off, it's normal physics. It's pretty humbling, to be honest. Makes you respect what big leaguers are able to do. But turning it on, I call it the ego boost. It's more fun for your typical human.
All right.
And then another cool feature, you can pick any of the 30 Major League Baseball stadiums to play in.
Cool.
And they're super realistic. So here at the Katy location, got a lot of Astros fans. So Daikin Field now, that's what they call it, is the most popular. But people get the chance to bat in Fenway, bat in Yankee Stadium, bat in Wrigley, Dodger Stadium. Those are super popular. Yeah. Here, we'll go with the hometown team. The Astros, you or me, your choice.
Let's have you go first,
so
I can see how it's done.
So we've got a big variety of bats. Again, we get as many women in here as we do men, which is great. So baseball and softball bats. That works. You'll wave your bat over home plate. There's a sensor that'll activate the system and start your countdown. So you got 3, 2, 1. And there you go. You see the ball's trajectory. Boom, almost hit the train.
That was a good one. I was expecting. Oh, that's what we're looking for.
The boost is fun.
625. That's a record.
You can hit it in the Kingdom Come with the boost on.
Yep.
Another fun one is
when you said you could play any field, I was assuming that it might be just an image of it, but this is actually dynamic, you're there.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, you're in the batter's box. It's very accurate. If you hit it just a few inches below the top of the fence, it's going to bounce off the fence and you're not going to get a home run for that.
Okay. All right.
You know, you got to earn it, which is the fun part.
All right, here we go. Pitching in 4, 3, 2.
Hey,
that's contact. It's an out, but it's contact.
Bam. Nice.
All right.
It's a good looking swing.
Could be worse.
So what do you think?
It's great. I mean, like, it's very intuitive. Like, I mean, obviously I didn't hit anything out, but it's so not intimidating. Which
Exactly.
I mean, that's the word we used before, but like anybody could step up to this. And
Yep.
I mean, it's just, yeah, I don't know. It was fun. It was intuitive. I made contact on my first try.
Yeah.
And I played baseball, but you know, I'm not that good. So I'm sure that people that are actually have played baseball can probably do pretty well on this.
For sure. That's one of the things we like the best. You get, say, a corporate event in here, you get, you know, an accountant who's 60 years old and has literally never held a bat in their hand.
Yeah.
And you got to kind of talk them into it and say, look, I promise you're gonna do it and you're gonna have fun.
Yep.
And they get in there and they're a little intimidated at first, but after they see it and they feel it and they get a couple swings and they're making contact and, you know, they're scoring points, it's like you see them light up. Baseball was so important for me in my life,
Yep.
but like not everyone gets that. So
Totally.
letting people participate in that is super cool.
We walked by the bar, but in terms of like food and beverage, like anything you want to talk about there, or like what options, if there are any?
Yeah, I mean, we purposely made a big investment in that to not just have food and beverage that was like good enough to be, you know, an add-on to the experience.
Yep.
Like most places, everyone's participating in the game and they just need something to eat and drink while they're there. For us, obviously, we built this facility to attract a ton of people who are not going to pick up a bat that day.
Yep.
You know, so in terms of, you know, the food menu and the beverage menu, we think it's, you know, best in class and something we continuously improve. And you'll see some, you know, ballpark staples in there, just a little bit elevated, you know, different variations of hot dogs and burgers and nachos and things like that. But yeah, the food's turning out really, really great, as are the drinks.
Cool. And as it stands right now, I know you said that you plan on expanding, or there's more plans of expansion. Is this the only location, or is there another one right now?
So we do two things. We open company-owned venues like the one you see here.
Yep.
So we have a few cities in the works there, but so far this is the first company-owned venue. And then we do licensing as well.
Got
It's
it.
just another way. There's so many markets out there, you know, so many cities and communities where we think this would be great.
Mhm.
So licensing is a really attractive option. So we're partnering with an operator who's already got a facility and they're looking to add a new entertainment option. So whether that's a baseball stadium, family entertainment center, a casino, or resort, we've done all of those. And it's just super fun to put 2, 4, 6 bays in your facility. Again, we're the only ones doing it this way, and we attract a ton of people. So it's been a really great win-win relationship for us and for the venues who are our licensees. Other markets that we are in are, we're out in Round Rock, Texas, outside of Austin.
Okay.
We've got 2 batting bays at Del Diamond. We've got 7 batting bays up outside Oklahoma City at Ocana Water Park and Resort. 2 bays at Chasing Aces in Bossier City, Louisiana. Really fun, cool golf concept that they recently opened out there. And then 2 bays at Globe Life Field up in Arlington, where the Texas Rangers play. So, you know, for your viewers and listeners who are in any of those markets, I want you guys to know that we're there. Come by and see us.
Fantastic. So you heard the man. If you are in one of those places, go check it out now. But it sounds like there'll be more of these coming in the future. And if you're an owner operator looking to add this to maybe your facility, that's always an option too. So thank you so much, Colby, for giving us the time today. Thank you to our partners at Semnox for supporting Fun Across America. Semnox is a leading provider of innovative and holistic technology solutions tailored for the entertainment and leisure industry.